What's going on, Facebook? What's going on, ATL? What's going on, Uber and Lyft drivers? It's your boy ATL driver John back at you again with another video. Didn't get a chance to make a video last week, so I wanted to kind of make one this week. And I kind of wanted to come and just talk to you about safety. Safety. I hope everyone is staying safe out there. I hope everybody's making some good money out there and capitalizing on these springtime fairs that have been going out there. But I wanted to talk about some safety things a little bit, because I know if we're doing rideshare, one of the biggest things that you're going to run in contact with is safety. How to remain safe, how to keep yourself safe, how to keep your vehicle safe, how you should remain safe. And so the first thing I like to talk about when it comes to safety, I know for me, is I would suggest that you get concealed carry license, and that's just me personally. I know in certain states you may not have to have a license necessarily to have a weapon of some sort in your car, but I like to have the license. I like to be licensed by the state, that way I can carry a weapon if I wanted to. It's my choice, but I suggest that if you're going to drive for Uber, get you a concealed carry license, and then at that point you can determine whether or not you want to have a particular weapon in your car. Me personally, I believe in carrying something in my car. I'm going to always have it with me at all times. I'm not going to have it brandishing out. I'm not going to have it seen. I'm not going to have it sitting on the dashboard or, sitting out there on the seat for people to see. But I'm going to have a concealed weapon in my car just in case if you pray to God you never have to use it, but we're living in a crazy world. And you have to be able to protect yourself. So that's number one. You gotta get that license. You want to do it, and legally you want to be fine. Uber doesn't necessarily have a policy about whether or not you can carry a weapon. And to be honest with you, I could care less if Uber did have one, because Uber doesn't own my car. I own my car, and I determine what I put in my car, not Uber. I always tell you, I don't work for Uber. I work for myself. Now I may drive and pick up the passengers that Uber sends my way, but make no mistake about it, this is my car, and I'm going to protect my property. I'm going to protect myself with whatever policy I choose, not what Uber chooses. So that's something to think about when you're out there. Also, here's another thing to consider: know your area. Know your area. I mean, I know let's say you're moving to a new city, you start driving, but you may not know that area pretty good. You want to know where the bad spots are. Every city has them. And sometimes we like to pick at cities and say this city is worse than the other one, but every city has bad spots. I'm here down in the ATL. We got some bad spots in here. There's some areas where, honestly, guys, I just won't drive. I like to cut my app off. I'm not going to do any pickups. I'm not trying to be discriminating or anything like that. I'm being safe. And that's just my prerogative. Now, you may have drivers that do drive in those areas, but I guarantee you my job is to be safe, because I can go in an area that may look fine, but somebody still unsafe could get in my car. And so you have to know the area. You have to know where you are, because a lot of times a drive will take you to places, and it may take you out of your comfort zone area. And here's one thing: if you don't really know that area of town, if you don't know the streets or the roads, you may not know how to get out of there, in a safe manner, especially when you're nervous or if you feel that there's some type of threat to your life. So you want to know your area, know the bad areas. Also, here's the big thing: trust your instincts. I mean, you pick up somebody and you're feeling uncomfortable, man. You're seeing that they're jittery, they're uneasy, or whatever the case may be. Trust your instinct. I say it all the time. You can stop the ride. I mean, you own that car. This is your vehicle. This is your personal property. If you feel uncomfortable, put a person out. I know there are people that'll make videos and they don't agree with that, but put people out. I mean, this is your car. This is your automobile. If you had a friend that was being obnoxious, you would put them out of your car. So the same thing is true. I'll stop the ride and you'll get out of my vehicle. So trust your instincts. If you feel uncomfortable, if you feel uneasy, don't just ignore that. Trust that, because that could be a way of trying to just discern you of things that could happen, that could save you. Also, here's another thing to consider: avoid pickups that don't have like a scheduled area. What I mean by that is, let's say if you have a pickup and it's not really a destination, it looks like it's a secluded spot, it's someplace out in the open, or it's just someplace behind someplace, don't do those pickups. If you notice that the GPS or the pin is taking you around a building or around to the back where there's nobody there, I'm not going back there. I'm going to call and I'm going to say, hey, I'm out front, man. And if they tell me to come in the back, no, you come to the front. Remember, you request the Uber. I didn't come out here to find you. You requested me. So you need to come to where I am. I'm not driving in the back of a building. I'm not driving in way back in some secluded area. You're going to come to me. So I even though that pin may tell me where to go, if I notice that it's taking me to an area that I feel not safe at, I'm not going to drive back there. So that's another thing to consider. Also, don't allow people to just give you directions to their destination. Let them put the destination into the Uber app, because that's for your protection. You want a record of where you were last. And if you notice, I've had drives before where people say, oh man, it's just down the street, I'll tell you where to go. I'm not moving the vehicle until I have an address in there. And if you can't put an address in there, you can get out of my vehicle and you can catch the MARTA. But you're not going to tell me, you're not going to direct me. This isn't my wife, or this isn't my a friend of mine that's directing me. This is a passenger that I'm doing a service for. You need to have it into the app. So that's for my protection and your protection. When they put it into that app, Uber has a record of where you are. It has a record of where the passenger is. So don't allow people to direct you. If people have multiple stops, put those multiple stops in. Now, if there's on the way to the destination, that's different. But if let's say you take them to the destination, they put in, and they say, okay, I want you to take me here. I'm going to put that destination in. I want to make sure that I'm keeping a record of where I am, and Uber knows where I am at all times. That's a way that I'm going to try to remain safe. And the last thing is, of course, is just, understand the dangers of driving really late at night, early in the morning. Of course, statistics have shown that most crimes will happen really early in the morning, between that window of 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. So you just want to be careful out there. A lot of times when people get liquored up, that's when they get, they turn into superheroes, and they think that they can do more than what they should be doing. So you want to be cognizant of that. You want to be careful of that. So, if you're going to drive at night, you definitely want to have some type of protection, whether that be a knife, a stun gun, or a pistol. It's your choice. Remember, the biggest thing with safety is it's your safety. It's not Uber's safety. It's your safety. And it's your vehicle. And you do whatever you need to keep you safe and your vehicle safe, and get passengers to their destination safe. All right, guys, I hope the video blessed you. If so, man, go ahead and hit up one of the links. Subscribe to me, please. Like the page. If you want to drive for Uber or Lyft, sign up to one of the links at the bottom, and they'll be able to hook you up. I may be able to come back with another video with you again, but if not, I'll see you on the next pass. Stay safe out there, guys, and let's continue to make this money. All right, peace.